Right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to the Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast. I am your host, Charles Watson. It is good to be back. Last weekend, we took some time out. We went to a comic convention in Daytona Beach, Florida, and we had a great opportunity to meet entrepreneurs, influencers, and creators in that market space. And we've got some great content coming up in the next couple weeks coming your way, so be on the lookout for that. And our topic today that I want to talk to you guys about is managing your life with time blocking. Last weekend I had an opportunity to go out to dinner with a few authors and some creators and some promoters, and sitting around shooting the bull and eating dinner, I realized that a lot of people, they really don't know how to deal with time management. It seems to be a really big issue, and I got questions like, man, you do a lot of stuff, you put out a lot of content, where do you find the time? And so I figured I would like to talk to you guys today. The topic today is on managing your life with time blocking. Time blocking is a time strategy management that I've started using over maybe the past month, and it has really helped me to stay on task, really point out where time is being wasted or underutilized. And so I am a believer in time blocking, and I just kind of want to share my thoughts with you on this and see if it's something that you would like to incorporate into your life. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to deal with that now. So let's jump into the content. You know, one of the biggest issues that creatives, influencers, and entrepreneurs face is the lack of time. And time is our biggest and most limited resource. We all have a finite amount of time, and no matter how hard we try to extend time or make more time, we are all capped at the same 24 hours. Life gets busy, and I understand that. We got work, we got school, we got little league, and by the end of the day, our schedules just kind of leave us scratching our heads and just kind of wondering where in the heck our time went. One of the most popular statements that I hear from potential clients and clients is that I want to do more with my business. I want to create more content. I want to build a bigger community. I want to post more consistently, and I want to engage in my fan base more, but I just don't have the time. So how do you make the most out of the 24 hours you have in your day? I got some tips. One solution for you could be the mastery of time blocking. Time blocking is basically the practice of scheduling out every hour in your entire day. And this includes meals, drive times, work projects, school, kids, kid activities, family time, and personal time in order to better manage your time and discover where precious hours are either being wasted or underutilized. Now, one of the things you want to do is you can grab a calendar app like Google Calendar. That is the one that I use. And what you really want to do is you really want to block out your entire day from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. The goal here is to get your entire day mapped out, its schedule, into a calendar. Like I said, Google Calendar is a free and great tool for this. You can download it on your phone, you can put it on your computer. One of the beautiful things about Google Calendar is that it can go across all your devices and sync with all your devices. The benefits of time blocking management really start to emerge when your entire day, from the moment you wake up until you go to bed, is scheduled. At first, while this can seem like it's daunting and too constraining to some people, it really will help you get more done so that you have more free time to enjoy and do the things you love. And after all, guys, when you can achieve all the goals and tasks that you have set up in your schedule on a day-to-day basis, that's going to provide you an incredible sense of accomplishment, and which ultimately results in lower levels of anxiety and stress at the end of your day. And I've realized that I can sleep well at night. I've been sleeping more soundly by knocking things off of my to-do list and working with block time. So here we go. So the first thing you want to do is you want to block off work. For many, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to schedule the time that you spend at work. Doing this is going to give you a clearer picture of when you'll be able to fit in things like creative time, meetings, trips, projects, and even personal time. The work day is the time that you spend at your desk, and you want to exclude your commute time and your lunch break. And for most people, this usually means blocking out like an 8-hour block of time Monday through Friday. For example, some people might work like 8 to 5 and get like a 30-minute lunch. Some people might work 9 to 6 and get like an hour lunch. So you want to log that time that you're at your desk, but you want to minus the lunch time. And this is why. Because your 30-minute or your hour lunch break can be blocked for other things like getting homework done. A lot of things. I'm back in school for my MBA, and during my 1-hour lunch break, I spend my time doing homework. But you can do homework, you can listen to a podcast, you can work on micro content for your business. So you want to leave that lunch break as a separate block of time. Commute time, you also want to leave as a separate block of time, because that time can be spent learning more about your niche and learning more about your craft. One of the things that I like to do is that I have an hour commute back and forth to my day job. And one of the things I really love, a friend of mine turned me on to Audible. And so I've been downloading a lot of audiobooks and listening to the audiobooks on my commute to and from work. Also podcasts like Podbean. We actually are on Podbean now. So if you go to podbean.com and you search for Expert Influencer Academy, we have our weekly news on that site. So you can listen to Podbean, you can listen to iHeartRadio. There is a lot of audio content that you can consume during your commute. So you definitely want to do that. And what's going to happen, guys, is that over time, you're really going to be amazed of not only how your library of mentors and influencers and like business teachers grows and adds resources to your library, but you would be amazed at all the ideas you have and you get from creating content on your commute. So you want to block off work time and then those two subsections. The next tip is you want to block off creative time. Now that you have your main 40-hour-a-week job blocked and your breaks and your commute, we can find white space in the rest of your schedule. So what you want to do is you want to start filling in times for working on your side hustle or business. And guys, most successful entrepreneurs and creators are going to tell you, if you listen to them, that a huge part of their success is waking up early. You got CEOs like Elon Musk, who he sleeps until 7, but then you have other CEOs like Richard Branson, and he wakes up as early as 5 a.m. to start their day. You can use these extra hours to produce and curate content for all your social media platforms. You can schedule those posts to post throughout the day, and you'll be posting and working on your brand consistently. That's what I do when I wake up in the morning. I will get all the posts together across all my social media platforms, schedule those posts, and so it looks like, set it and forget it. And then throughout the day, every 3 hours, I am posting content on the 5 major social media platforms. So I am always engaging my audience. I am always trying to build that community. I am always posting fresh content, but all of that is automated first thing in the day. I don't touch it again till the following morning. Another thing you can do with that is you can use that early time to engage your customers and your clients. This is how you build a following and brand recognition. So what you can do is in the morning, you can reply to all the comments that people left the day before on your social media content. If they've sent you emails, you can reply to the email messages that people have sent to you. And then you get in the habit of really engaging in your community. And then in return, your community feels like you're investing time into them and you're taking the time to be personal with them. If you work till 5 and you get home at 6, you can block out until 9 or 10 o'clock for things like making fresh, engaging, and long form content. You know, things like YouTube videos, things like live videos, and training courses that you might produce. These are all types of long form content. So you can use the evening hours to really make the bulk of your content, which is what we do. Try to post videos on Sundays and Wednesdays. And so I use that evening hours to make the bulk of my time. So all this again comes up to blocking off creative time. And I'm sorry that I had to go back. I apologize for that. It's early. All right. And lastly, here we go. You want to block off personal time. Besides your workday and your creative time, it's also really important to block off your personal time. And if you don't do anything specific every week, then you can just put this as personal time in the calendar. If you choose, though, you can even go further and break those hours into what you do every evening after work. Some examples could be like, from 6 to 6:30, I walk the dog. From 6:30 to 7, I cook dinner. Maybe from 7:30 to 8, I'll throw in a load of laundry, and then I'll work out. And then from 9 till bedtime, to like 10 or 11, I'm going to be spending time with my family or loved ones. And you really want to try to block out the time that you spend watching TV or browsing social media, because the National Sleep Foundation has done a study, and it shows that those who disengage from electronic devices at least 30 minutes before their scheduled bedtime get more rest and sound sleep than those who don't. So keep that in mind. So you definitely want to allow yourself some downtime to unwind and get ready for bed. In closing, guys, time blocking may seem like it's a little bit overwhelming at the beginning, and it is. I mean, it takes a lot of time to set up, and it takes a lot of time to discipline yourself to actually input all the data into your calendar. But it's a really popular time management strategy. It really does offer and give you a lot of freedom and understanding for how you're spending your precious 24 hours. Since I've been implementing this, I have been able to improve, and I've been able to up my game and really spend quality time with the people I enjoy being with and that I love. But I've also been able to improve the quality and the type of content that I've been pushing out across my social media platforms. You just keep track of everything, and in the end, you can just use all this data to adjust your daily schedule. And guys, by doing so, you're going to notice an increase in productivity, in the quality of your personal time, and definitely a reduction to the stress and anxiety in your life. Well, guys, thanks for checking out this video this week. That is all the time we have today. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with someone that you think could benefit from the information in this video. Also, if you like this, we've got way more on our website, expertinfluenceracademy.com. Head on over there. We've got our blog. We've got our Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast archive, where I put all the past episodes of this show on there. And guys, we are also now streaming on Podbean. I have an audio podcast, and every week I just try to bring you the latest news, strategies, and tips from the digital marketing, influencer, and entrepreneur market space. So head on over to Podbean, expertinfluenceracademy.com, and you can find us there. Guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for checking this out, and we will see you next week.